Thank you. Hi, B-Man. Hello. I do have to lay down though, but I'm watching until I fall asleep. No worries. Thank you so much for even stopping in to say goodnight. Or even to say hello. Always lovely to see ya. Always lovely to see ya. Alrighty, I'm back. I managed to record with some lovely bubs, and now we are back to our super sleuthing. I think we're very close to the end. So I'm not too sure of how long this stream will be, bubs. I'm gonna be honest. But you know what? We're gonna find out. On God, we are gonna find out. We have everybody on the ropes, as far as I know. As far as everybody, as far as I'm concerned, we have pretty much everybody on the ropes. Okay. Let's see here.
Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, we still have to get a confession from Penelope. You know what? We haven't spoken about the rest of our clues, as well as the relations with Percival. Also, welcome back everybody. Really quick intro. I'm Lyra. We are playing Tangle Towers, a really cool murder mystery. Murder mystery game about these two detectives trying to figure out who killed Freya Fellow, a very seemingly kind, personable member of the fellow Remington Pointer family. We are pretty far in the game. We've been grilling everybody. We've been grilling honeys for actually close to 5 hours today. I had to take a little break to go do some filming for something with a lovely bub and some more friends. But we are back. We are back. We are back. Maybe there's still a couple other kind of like clues to find around here, but we're pretty much like in endgame.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
They're clearly gizmos. Let's get some more sleuthing done with Percival. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. Let's go by people first.
A listless soul drifting through the ether.
Hi, Sharky.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd
Ooh.
say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Okay. Did not have to say it like that. But welcome in, Sharky. Hi. Thanks for getting a daily star. How are you? How are you? Okay, Percival, did not have to say that about Nora. Real rude of you.
Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you.
Oh, okay. I'm tired. What about you? I'm okay. I've had a good day. Done some more murder mystery solving. Hung out with some friends and back to do some more solving. So I'm doing all right.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
We're the best friends. Okay, maybe my prior kind of thoughts about these two are a little muddled now. Hi, Discos, welcome back. Yeah, you guys get like 2 daily stars today, technically. Unless it doesn't let you. Hola, hola. Hi, Discos. I do need to sleep to be fair. Go sleep. Go sleep. Time zones are a pain in the butt, but there's something you gotta abide by. Just happy you came in to say hi.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
Okay. Welcome back, Fig. Welcome back. I feel like I've been here before. Yeah, man. Deja vu. Aw, thanks for the bouquet, Sharky. Complete forgot to get it earlier. Oh, well, now you got it. Okay, tangible things. Well, yeah, maybe the golden beetle isn't far from here, and maybe Freya was looking for it. Because she did do a lot of research into, like, bugs and stuff. But also looking for it may have been dangerous, so she started spending more time away from Fifi and Poppy. Yeah, Pointer does seem like a bit of a jerkwad, though. But TBH, to be honest, forget to do it most days. But you know what? It's just there for little routine's sake, you know?
Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows.
Ooh.
Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
Like rats deserting a sinking ship. That's insane. Oh god. Well, true. Poppy Pointer, Percival Pointer, Penelope Pointer. And that's it. Everybody else is a fellow. Let me take a look at the... Also, thanks for getting a Daily Star B-Man. Let me look at the chart real quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't think, yeah. Looking at the family tree, it really doesn't help that Richard, there was never like a third sibling on the Pointer side, so it wasn't like Richard could have married a cousin of the Pointers or anything. Because Richard Remington never married anybody. At least that's what it says on the chart. And neither Lord or Lady Pointer were unfaithful to each other. Lord Fellow is the one who didn't marry but had a child with Selena Stonetop, and then had Felicia, who had Freya Fellow. Yeah, they're like highly outnumbered in the Fellow type deal. I got some cake. I'm on my way. What flavor is it? I'm gonna steal the cake.
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still,
Chocolate?
keep
Yes.
an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
Literally. I'm very suspicious of both Pointer and Fifi. But again, I don't know if it's just because he is a crotchety old man who hates the fact that the Pointers are becoming less and less so.
What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What about his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family. Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived.
Oh. A fling? Forbidden? Did she die? Who killed her?
Poppy, my pride and joy.
Pride and
Exceptionally
joy.
talented pianist from a young age. She... Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Oh, no. I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well, the truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose? She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She went away.
What do you mean by away? Stop. That's scary.
I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
I'm not
What if
sure
you sent
we
your
have
wife
time.
to
Aren't there,
Jupiter?
like, 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
83. Oh god. Okay, let's try and speed run this. What would he possibly need to look at, really and truly? Let's go with Tangle Tower.
So which one is Tangle Tower?
What's that?
There are 2 towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her father. The Remington family was a rather tumultuous little unit, you see. I don't think Flora has spoken with any of them in over a decade.
Yeah, where even are they? If anywhere. Well, the fact that we came from somewhere on a little boat, means that there is, like, passage to the outside world. This just feels like a world in of itself.
A very old statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is.
Stop! You murderer, you weirdo.
Pointer property originally, purloined by the fellows. Typical.
Purloin.
I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends. Isn't the process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same.
True, he's not wrong.
Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar.
And also, what would you call it? Careless.
What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
Who is that? Is that not Poppy? Is everyone just being very actively dense about this person?
Poppy's 2 closest friends. Freya looks so innocent there.
Oh, why'd you say it like that?
Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
No idea, brother. No idea.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
No, I need it. I need to know. Ooh. I wonder if he knows if this is pointed towards Penelope and Fitz. And he actually just doesn't want to talk about it because, again, it's Penelope and Fitz.
These were drawn by Freya? She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I guess.
Oh my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that
Ooh.
is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother.
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall.
Was she only able to teach her for 2 years? Or was 2 years only the amount of time she spent with Freya learning piano? And then something happened. I don't know.
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it. Makes you wonder why he bothers at all.
He said he just wants to.
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in the field.
Ooh.
That's a flower joke, but she was.
Interesting.
Interesting. I do find it interesting that a lot of the hobbies slash interests of the fellow Remington Pointer family like collide. Like Flora from the Remington family likes birds a lot, and then Penelope likes birds. She's from the Pointer family, and apparently Primrose, who I think was Remington. One second. Was Primrose Remington? Yes. Primrose loved flowers. Fitz also happens to love flowers, but he's a fellow. So very interesting. Very interesting.
This looks a little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his mind from decaying, you know. Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Playing a trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes.
Someone also used the word bipedal to describe him. I think it was Fiona, I think.
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me, it's a big, red thing.
What a fascinating interpretation.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
Is this not the butterfly? I have no idea. It honestly, to me, looks like a black hole eating everything. Like it's slowly but surely sucking everything up into the sky.
That's a very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put. Here's a thought. Do you suppose the paintbrush could be the murder weapon? After all, it was found at the scene, right next to Freya's body.
I guess it's possible.
Someone has to... The paintbrush, girl. You need an ample amount of strength to simply kill somebody with a paintbrush. That's insane.
Is this important?
Possibly.
A diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
How do you know it's a diary?
I suppose I don't, but it does look like a diary.
Well, it's not just any diary, it's Freya's.
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
Aren't we all trapped, man? Let's think about that. Let's take a second. Let's take a breather and think about that.
This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic license.
Not the smacking sound. My man was dumbstruck.
Oh, you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a gardening trowel.
Looks like a weapon to me.
Looks like a weapon now.
Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
Ooh.
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
You know what she hides in there, Percival? You know what she hides in there, sir?
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
The knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar.
I don't know. I feel like, Percival, you're being a little too on the nose. A little too, Because I'm pretty sure half of everybody in this house have said it was like a feather or something else. Or they just find it creepy. They didn't have this much disdain.
I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Always wears?
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
He doesn't like to be talked to.
I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
Yeah. Don't think about running, kid. We gotcha. We gotcha. Hook, line, and sinker.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
Okay. I think we've grilled him about pretty much everything here. Okay. Oh, historian. Talk to the suspects about Tangle Tower. Talk to the suspects about your case file. Oh, we got 2 freaking achievements at once. Okay, let's go talk to Penelope. Hey. So why did you murder Fiona? Freya.
Yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
That's anger
Actually,
management, honey.
It's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
Yes. They're from red roses. They're from red tulips. They're fake. They're from red roses.
And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
Oh. Something that shows the roses and who they belong to? The frickin' picture here.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's
Oh.
only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those 2 bedrooms?
No.
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
What are you accusing me of? Sending your birds. Baby girl, sending your birds. Let me see something real quick. Freya and Fitz? Pointer and Fix? Fitz, sorry, not Fix. Let's see. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on, was used to kill. Huh. Was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz. And steal evidence from them? Steal evidence from them?
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those 2 have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. wanted to know what they were up to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Baby girl, we have plenty of proof.
Let's take a closer look at these.
If anything, two of them birds have been up there. We'll do that. This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird. When it visited the rooftop garden.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it!
Ooh.
Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
Baby girl.
I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Baby girl, you gotta meet him halfway. The both of you could maybe make it. It's so Penny she's psycho, but why would she kill Freya? Was Freya also in love with Fitz though? In a moment of like insanity, she just went up to the tower and killed Freya? I don't think she went all that way to do that. I think she's literally just mad that Fitz is like falling for her younger, because remember, she's 27, Fitz is 24, and I think Poppy's 19. So Fitz is falling in love with Poppy and out of love with her. But is that even the case? Like, she just, Penny has like a hard time understanding that like, hey, you can love your birds and you can be like all the swangy beauty stuff, but like you have to make an effort to understand what he's doing. But then again, I don't know if Fitz is making an effort to understand her birds, so maybe they're just not a right match. She's just in love with the way that he looks. And Fitz, I don't know what Fitz sees in her, because remember, he takes care of the flower every day for her. He made a one in the universe flower that looks like Penny, and takes care of it every day whenever she's out of the room. So I don't know. I have no idea. I love Penny. I love Penny too. The petals are taken from red roses in the rooftop garden. Penny used one of her birds to spy on Poppy and Fitz. Excuse me, oh my lord. Fitz and Poppy often spend time together in the rooftop garden. Penny was paranoid about the two of them. Penny sent her yellow bird Tabitha to spy on them. Tabitha stole rose petals as evidence of what they were doing. Penny feels that Fitz is slipping away from her. Okay, well, is there a way for me to tell Fitz that? Hey, yo, your fiance is fucking paranoid, bro. Hey girl, your fiance's crazy.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Man. Okay, Mr. Sir. Whatever you say, guy. Okay, let me go back to the main hall real quick.
It's a big glass tube filled with water.
There are weeds in there. And sand.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
Yeah, but are we going to ignore the fact that there's still a central space in the middle of the house? That this is like a tube, a huge tube of water, dirty brown water. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Hawkshaw. There's like nothing really, there's nothing else to really do.
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it off.
This is someone's favorite place, too. Okay.
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
What does it do? Rotate the dials until all 4 hands are in the correct position. Huh. This reminds me of plants. This reminds me of birds. This reminds me of... I don't know what this reminds me of. This reminds me of the moon. I don't know. Oh. These control each other. Ooh. This control each other as well. Huh. Am I trying to make them spin all the right way? 12. 12. Nine? Is this trying to like sign out different numbers? This looks like a 9. Or it could be a 6. I'm trying to see the pattern here. What could the pattern be? The lenses are different shapes as well. This one is a cut like that. This one is a swirl. This one is simply a rounded face. And this one is a 9. That's 9. So yeah, I am trying to make a number. Or no, maybe I'm not trying to make a number. Maybe I'm trying to match. Maybe I'm trying to match. No, I think I got it. I think I'm trying to make numbers here. That could be a 6. But I don't know what any of these could possibly be. These are all the same.
Nope.
So moving any of the hands turns the adjacent hands in the opposite direction. It's like cogs on a machine.
Mm-hmm. I'm usually good at these, I swear. Flip. I had this. One
Reset the
second.
puzzle.
Okay, am I trying to make them all face north, though? Like that?
I guess that's wrong.
Fuck.
Did you work out what direction each hand needs to be facing?
Girl,
Each one ends with a little hoop. Try looking through the hoop and ignoring the rest.
try looking through the hoop and ignoring the rest? Pardon? Through the hoop and ignoring the rest. Through the hoop and ignoring the rest.
Reset the puzzle. Through the hoop and ignoring the rest. This hoop. But even then, I don't know which way it wants me to place it. This wants to face up. The hoop, the hoop, the hoop. The hoop, the hoop, the hoop. The hoop and ignore the rest. Nothing.
It's just numbers on a clock. 3 on the right, 6 on the bottom, 9 on the left, and 12 on the top.
Oh.
You only need
I
90
got that.
triangles. That should make it easy.
I understand now. I knew they were numbers. I just did not know how else to interface them. Okay. Six has to be over there, though. There we go. Yes, yeah. I knew they were numbers, like I said. I just didn't know how else to tweak them around. This has to be down here. Yeah. Oh, I hate how there's done like that. Okay. I don't know.
Nothing.
It's just number 3 on the right.
I know.
Reset the puzzle?
Yes. Okay,
I got it.
I'm impressed.
insane.
What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope. But I'm not actually sure what it is.
The telescope. Small lenses. A small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at the base. Huh. I can think of bingo. Yeah, I can think of 2 people who this would benefit. Oh geez. Okay.
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would.
Maybe.
These people really are ridiculous, aren't they? And you consider that important evidence, do you?
Sometimes
People
it
here
is
are
important.
surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stone straight from the earth?
I don't know,
Is that a
man.
clue?
It
Dunno.
just says he wants to
It
do
was
it.
important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree, doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange.
Strange.
One
Long
of
lost
3
sibling.
statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it.
I have several theories.
Freya.
They are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
Okay, Hackshaw.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
And, what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
The greenhouse, you say?
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
It just makes it worse.
Professor Pointer's a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself. What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Yeah. Oh my god. Secret romance. Let me see. So she was using a lens in the greenhouse? What could she have possibly been investigating in here?
Bags of soil.
It's so blue.
Ew. Fitz, come here. Do you know anything about this lens?
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
Yeah, because of her lens thing. Okay. Hey, Fifi. We have a lens you need to look at because maybe you know more about lenses than we are aware of.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Well, who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It can only be used for looking at things that are far away.
Far away? Okay. Okay, Hawkshaw. So you're lying to us now? You say you be looking at things in the greenhouse, a microscope in the greenhouse?
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope.
Mm-hmm.
Something suspicious.
Cause
Let's ask her about it.
Yeah, let's go right now. Cause she literally just told us it was a microscope. That liar. That snitch. We're on to you, bitch. We're on to you. We're on to you.
This little microscope thing? You said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense. If you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
That's
You're
cool.
such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry. We already worked out what you're searching for.
What was Hawkshaw hired to find? I don't frickin' know. Probably the beetle, if I'm gonna be honest. Or, what was she hired to find? Possibly the beetle.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
It's not a
I know
microscope,
for
it's a
fact you
telescope.
used a microscope in the greenhouse.
It's broken and doesn't work. Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it. It's not a
It's not a
microscope.
microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Yeah, girl. Fifi literally just told us that it's a fucking telescope. Let me see. The handheld microscope is a part of... According to Fifi... According to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens. So Hackshaw lied about
The
it.
handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Literally.
Aksha, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
A detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy?
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Ooh.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. But the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I tried to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope. An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
Ooh. Yeah, because my guy Pointer's probably trying to find the beetle. And Freya was also looking for beetles. Or she would tell Fitz to put whatever beetles he found into the glass jar she kept in her room. Girl, can we get this thing signed for you? Let's see if we can go get it signed for her. Hey girl, shaking your booty in front of your telescope.
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see? It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
Could you see birds with it? Okay, let me see something. Alrighty, we pretty much have everybody's statement except Mr. Pointer Man over here. Mr. Pointer Guy. Mr. Pointolophagus. Okay. Let's go see Poppy again. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything.
Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No? Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think?
Yeah, everyone says that. Okay. Maybe there is no use walking around and just kind of checking with everybody else about everything. Maybe it is time to kind of converge.
Is that a clue? Really?
It might be.
Why don't you ask Fiona about that one? Looks like her area of expertise.
Okay. Whatever. Let's go to the front courtyard and do some finagling. Even though I still wholeheartedly think that we can do some solving in this area.
I'm still not sure about this thing.
Should we take another look?
It doesn't seem like you can solve the puzzle yet. Why? Okay, we have lips, piano, a bird, someone who's playing the YMCA. Good night, Sharky. Good night. Have a nice evening.
Let's come back later.
Fine, we'll come back later. Fine. Let's go do some thinking. Suspect statements. Let's see.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. Just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
Oh, there you
I
go.
recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer. So I escorted her.
We left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Yeah. But I swear Felix mentioned that he was in his room and that he heard 2 footsteps. He heard 2 different people leave to go downstairs, but at different times. He said there was one person who I think sounded calm, and then there was another person who sounded frantic. Or maybe I'm just holding on to the wrong thing.
That's all the statements collected.
Oh. The creators behind this game have done a marvelous job. That's what I was thinking. Is good, is good. Am I, like, not doing something correctly?
It's a little boat we used to cross the lake. It's the only way on or off the island.
What a comforting thought. That's a big lake.
It's kind of purple. Looks poisonous.
I think it's just water.
Yeah. Water with poison in it.
Mew and water with poison in it? Am I supposed to do something here?
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, man. Fitz only uses it to tend to Penny's spotted flower, which she keeps in her room. Yeah. Fitz received the trowel as a gift from Penny. Aww. I have no idea. Because I know why she changed her appearance. Okay. We should search the astronomy tower. There's still something in here? Hello? Baby girl, what do you got in here?
Pretty.
Other than you shaking your booty.
There's something kinda disappointing about this room. I just expected a bit more from an astronomy tower.
Oh, does it not compare to all the other astronomy towers you've been to?
Maybe you have to get the suspicion on Pointer. I get
Miss
that.
Tidier than the notebook.
So, even the most well-used notebook.
Miss Tidier than the
So,
notebook.
even the most well-used
I just don't know how else to search this tower. Maybe his
Every
telescope.
astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Oh, you can see Flora from here. Insane. Oh my god.
It's the tower opposite this one. You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
Not by
I can
accident.
see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting. I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
In the painting, there's 2 pots. I think one already fell down.
I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, knocked off its hinges.
By Fitz.
I can just about see the gramophone.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
There should
We
be.
should check that next time we're over there.
You know what? Give me a second.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
1 second. I need to see something. No, stop. Go in there. Go here. Go here. There was always a window here. It would have always clued you into another room above that room. Hmm. Let's go. Actually, we're here. Let's get his suspicion.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
That you're a weirdo.
go
That you're a
on.
stalkery weirdo. You discovered a meteor is heading straight for Earth. You're trying to get a planet named after yourself. You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
Because of your
What
perfect
could you
books on your
possibly
shelf.
mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
The research of Flora Remington. What is Pointer actually researching? But really and truly, I think he's researching for the beetle.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Okay, Grady,
Right.
whatever you say.
That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
That world seems to be Flora's room. Because a beetle could be in there. Okay, let's see. Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky. And not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable
Okay.
in ways you could never understand.
Okay.
Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important.
Did you
were
kill
looking
Freya?
to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora? You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
There we
Let's
go.
go over what we know about the crime scene.
Later.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Yes.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could
Later.
have missed something.
I'm gonna go to the room above. I didn't even know there was a room above. Flora! How could you hold on me, girl? How could you do this to me? Okay. The attic. Where does Flora sleep? If not... Baby girl, what? Ooh. The strange ooh sound.
It's a statue of a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Standing up straight. like a man.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Oh. A stuffed cryptid. Okay.
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Huh.
Hmm.
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda.
I feel like there is reason to there's so many scratches around the whole place. There were scratches in the main hall. There's scratches up in the attic next to all these wolves. Like, I feel like there's something here.
At least the moths are kept well fed. Where's that light coming from?
Oh, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
Leave it alone for now. What are all these other places?
Dusty junk.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it. What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it might attach to something.
Reel thingy. A brass reel with a screw at the top, coiled around the reel. It's a length of red rope. This rope?
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda. Where's that light coming from?
Oh, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Is that what I think it is?
Did someone hide up here and kill from above? I think they said that it was perpendicular to Freya's body, so if they launched something through the floorboards and hit her from above, that wouldn't be out of the question.
Is that what I think it is?
What are we...
Is that what I think it is?
Is it what you think it is? What's going on, girlie? What is it? Was it a spot? Come on.
Someone painted out the window.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
So that their movements wouldn't be caught while they went around the place.
Sally, you don't have a dust allergy, do you?
No. Do you?
Let me put it this way. Just dusty junk. Just
Okay.
dusty junk.
I guess.
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry.
Kinda.
Okay. Let's go back down over here.
The outline of Freya fell. There's a single patch. No real...
That's weird.
What?
Her feet were right up by the canvas.
So?
So she was probably standing really close to the canvas when she fell.
Let's check the case file again.
Is she... There's not. Okay.
The attic's directly above us, right?
Yeah.
The attic's directly above us. Yeah. I wonder where they would want us to go from here. Okay. Let's go check out that statue. Because this has been running through my... Oh! Hello, little crab. Who are you?
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's
Pick
a
it
little
up.
wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
This is my friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck to you two. Freya.
Oh. Hello? Excuse me?
What do you mean? A wooden toy of some kind, a layer of dark ink lays beneath a sheet of glass. Wait, what? Literally, how freaking low?
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well,
It's a perfect match.
Ooh.
well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Oh,
Let's
I don't
keep this to ourselves for now.
I don't
What
think it's a
about the little
ghost.
wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Ooh. Unfinished business. OMG, another chapter. Okay, I'm a little confused with how the chapters work, but I'm still very, very intrigued. We'll play for a little longer. I'll go until like an hour and a half, or like, what time is it? Like 11:30. I think I know what we need to do. Gosh, I'm so invested. We need Poppy to play the simple song from her mom. Hey Poppy, sorry to let you relive some trauma.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Thank you. Where is the crab? Yes. This. Okay. Thank you for your service. That's the first one I can think of us to do. Birds, maybe? I'm thinking birds too. I'm also thinking something on the gramophone. Because there was humming on here. Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Humming. Oh, it's the different ways that music is made. Humming makes this, piano makes that. Okay, yeah, definitely. Then that means we have to go to Penny's room. We have to go to the aviary. I wonder if we just listen?
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
No, I don't need to speak with you. I need to speak with your birds.
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Or wait.
And
it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
What are the other ways to listen to the birds? Over here?
That's a big window.
Yes, I need to listen to the birds.
Looks like nature invited itself in. Rude. This is the fanciest room so far.
Too fancy.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just not her style. Okay. How do I record the birds? I can't remember. Ooh, you know what? Maybe it would have been the birds near the bird bath? Possibly the bird bath birds. But I also need a bell. Where was it that I saw a bell? Maybe not here. Because it's my only other lead, let me go check our little area here. There we go. Bird song. Okay. Now finally. Oh, the doorbell. The door. The door. The doorbell. The doorbell. The bell of the door. The doorbell. Ring that bitch. Yer. Yer. Okay. Okay. Let's freaking go! Whoever made this
That's
freaking
all
riddle.
formalities, I think.
So, what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yes. Go to the gardens.
Let's try this again.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
Okay. There. There. My internet went out. I'm back. Welcome back. We're sleuthing it up. We're sleuthing it up.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Yes! Ain't nobody know games like me. It's just too... This is too obvious.
Are we gonna go in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of things I want to do first.
Ooh. Collect all the clues. Suspect statements. Complete suspicion for all suspects. Talk with Sally at the crime scene. Oh, okay. I guess we have to talk about them.
We know a little more about the crime scene now.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No. Okay. Was Freya stabbed by a knife? Why was there blood on the painting? Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife, to distract Freya, to hide the evidence, to resemble a bloody
Blood from the
knife.
paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Exactly.
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Exactly.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go
Exactly.
over what we do know. The
But
door
that's
was
why-
locked the whole time.
Yeah.
It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Exactly.
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what and more interested in the how.
Exactly.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Yeah.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with a painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting?
Ooh.
Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated. Are we done?
For now. It's about time we found out what's beneath the garden.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes me think. I don't know, because my only thought is that someone did something to Freya through the floorboards at the top of the attic. Like there. And someone must have assaulted, like physically assaulted Flora in order to take the feather away from her. I don't know how else that could have happened.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Go down. Oh. OMG. Underneath. Girl. Oh, girl. You're telling me Freya was this obsessed? You're telling me she was obsessed? This is where all the freaking books to the library went. Damn.
Thirsty?
But how did they manage to knock Flora? That's what I'm confused on. Same. I don't know. Like, we don't know where they could have entered from. Because I don't remember finding anything in the attic that could have allowed them to get through. Like somewhere from above. I don't remember seeing anything. Or for some weird reason they used the little reely thing to like parallel, like to swing on in. Thirsty? No.
It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold. A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms. Forensic Entomology, Volume 3.
That's an incredibly specific area of study.
Forensic Entomology.
That's an incredibly specific...
The hatch in the floor. 1 second. I'm still trying to look around.
Hand-drawn entomology charts. A candle perched on a barrel.
Very medieval.
I was thinking pirates.
Medieval pirates.
Medieval pirates. Everyone loves keeping open flames unattended in their house, in their rooms. They love it. They can't get enough.
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Look closer. Oh!
Is that a periodic table?
No,
No.
but it does kind of look like one.
What are those symbols?
They're alchemic symbols. Mostly based on the planets, the sun, the moon, stuff like that.
Huh.
Fiona. Of course Fiona would know all about this. And Fitz.
This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
Yes.
Reminds me of the chart from the library.
The one from the chalkboard.
Yeah.
OMG. Fiona and Fitz are working together and we didn't even see it coming? Or these look like photos. No, these were scribbled. Yeah, these were scribbled.
Is that a periodic table?
No, but they're alchemic symbols. Mostly based on...
Why are they here? Why are you here? Are they trying to make beetles? Like golden beetles? Are they, or like, it looks like they're trying to break down what the heck the beetle is, or whatever kind of chemicals, whatever the frick, are inside of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. A. Oh. A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I, J, K, L? Is that what we're really going with? Huh. 1. I can't decide if it's some kind of cipher or if I'm just reading way too into it. I do find it weird that these all match each other. Huh. Let me see if my journal has anything in it. No. I don't see the pattern in this yet. I do know there's a little beetle in here. Little baby beetle. Who's there? Who goes there? Yeah. What's going on, Miss Thane? I'm trying to solve a murder. Okay. Hopefully. Chemistry or alchemy. Find 3 sets of similar research notes. That's an achievement? Okay.
Is that a lab coat?
Warning, hand wash only. Size, small.
Fiona. Of course, of course.
This place would never pass a fire safety inspection.
A candle. Perched
Very
on-
medieval.
I was thinking-
medieval pirates.
I wasn't looking at that. I was looking past her.
Rows of plants, growing in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell.
If it's blue, Fiona's either stealing soil samples from Fitz or those two are working together and put it on a front that they don't like each other very much.
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it? Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Ooh, 1 second.
I'll do this later.
It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Let's not go down just yet. We still haven't explored this room properly.
Oh, they so want me to open this before going down there.
A glass tank? It's full of plants.
There's a layer of condensation on the inside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bugs. Big ones.
Looks like they're made of metal.
Yeah, they're trying to transfuse everything into a golden beetle.
What's in there?
Gem bugs. Diamonds. Jade. This is so weird.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
They were probably measuring out these beetles for this one, trying to get as close as they can. Huh. Freya was also collecting beetles, though. So this could have easily been a Freya Fifi Fitz job. I don't know what to make of this one, y'all. Okay,
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
let's try. Diagonally slide the latches until they're in the correct position. Okay. Okay. I think we're trying to connect these two then. Do I have to use all of the latches? Is this how we do it? No. Okay. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Let me try and figure this out. I think this has to be, or maybe this has to be how that goes. That goes here. I wish we could this one over them. There. What's going on, Blue? Really? And she disappears under my bed. I don't even know what she wants. There we go. Go here. Go here. No. Go here. Oh, no. This seems like it's supposed to go here. But then where's it supposed to go? There's nothing that leads it anywhere else. There we go. like how it doesn't like... There we go. There we go. So do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this. To move it like this. Like that, I think. Maybe more like this. Right? And then... Oh, I can't reach all the way over there. Ooh. Ah, this can't work though. What about this guy? Let's try lining it up this way. And then... maybe... no. If only this was over there. I say as it would only just make my attempts correct and not actually be correct.
Reset the puzzle?
Yes, I don't know what I'm doing. I know for sure this has to be over here. Because it literally doesn't let us go any other way. That lets us go here. This lets us go here. That brings us here. This brings us there. And brings us here. We have to bring that here. This. Huh. Where in the world would this go? Oh, that wouldn't get us there. This brings us here. Frick. There. Okay. This. And this. And no, frick. This gets us so close. Rah. Mm-hmm. Girl, the fuck are you trying to make me do? Freya, Fiona, Fitz, you sorry motherfuckers. What is going on here?
Nothing.
I think we're trying to make a path between the key and lock symbols on either side.
No shit, Sally. No shit. Really? Really? News to me.
Reset the puzzle?
News to me. Okay, let's start from the beginning. This brings that here. It doesn't even get us there. Okay, then maybe let's start here. Never mind, that's still too short. Let's start here. If we start here, we can bring this down here. Actually, you know what? No, I think this one is the correct one. It actually lets us line it up. What about this one? There we go. There we go. Okay, this brings us over to here. And then this brings us over here. And then this brings us up over here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. No, okay. This brings us up over here. then... Shit, I don't think it works still. Unless we go here. Here. Or here. And here. There.
No, that was it.
Yes!
Nice work.
I am the absolute ruler of fucking puzzle games. I don't want to hear shit.
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
More? I knew it. Of course the golden beetle being titled the fourth kind of note would be a part of a larger research project thing. They're looking at everything from the water to the eggs. Everything just comes back to the eggs for this family. That was brilliant. I couldn't figure that out. Thank you, Bima. Thank you. I just got a noggin on my shoulders. Secret research. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Number 1. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet identified chemicals. 2. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake, the quote-unquote lake. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Number 3, smaller animals such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Okay. Okay. Pointer owned one of these rare beetles, but it went missing recently. He thinks it was stolen. Fucking probably, my guy.
Whose research is this?
Secret
This is
laboratory.
Some seriously in-depth research.
It's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
We have that section, girly. There we go.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
I guess not a lot of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
But I don't
What do
think
you
this
think
is
he's
Pointer
trying to
stuff.
do exactly?
What do you think he's trying to do? Or what do you think he's trying to do exactly? Pointer wasn't aware. Or Pointer has been trying to breed, has been hiding from, has been playing to kill. He's been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Because it's gold?
Exactly.
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
Might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Ready to go down? Again?
ready to go down again. Should we hold on? Should we bring this to light? I don't know if there is any reason to go back up to the surface and ask somebody. Real thingy. What could this possibly be a part of? Real thingy. Real thingy. Real thingy. What place could possibly need a real thingy? Did something fall over somewhere? Who would know about it? That's what I'm trying to think. Who would know about a real thingy? All the little guys are off the map, hello?
Let's not wander off right now.
What the frick? Then why am I holding on? What's going on? Okay, fine, we'll go
It's a
down.
hatch.
But we're already...
Depends on your perspective.
Ooh. OMG, if there was not a threat of collapse going on right now, I would totally sleep down here. Listen to the water sounds. There's something about like the sounds of being underwater that are the most soothing thing ever. It's so scary, but also just listen. Listen to all that pressure moving around. Ooh. But anyway, the mold down here would be atrocious. So like, I guess let's not be down here.
Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water. But it's indoors.
I see your point.
Ooh, that is kind of dangerous for the house in general. If this breaks, it's all donezo. At least the garden.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks. And a green hat draped on top for good measure.
2 cloaks. 2 people have been coming down here.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty.
And empty.
We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
No!
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
Metal rod. A sturdy metal rod. It has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved and pointed tip like an arrow or the hand of a clock. True. It has a small loop at the back with a short length of red rope. A really thingy. Connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished, so it hasn't been abandoned down here. It's been here recently.
So what's the photo?
Oh! Stabbed straight through the heart. It's Lord Remington. At least I believe he has the scars like on the statue. Oh, they used to have so many ink dip birds. This has to be Flora. Oh, this is so cute. It's been framed, but it is slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object has been stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. 1 second, let me see something here. Okay. The Remingtons are Flora, Richard, and Primrose. Who could, because this also implies that there's hatred towards Lord Remington. If Percival comes down here to specifically, I don't know, mope and be angry, and he stabs this photo of his father-in-law. I can only guess that maybe it's because it's something to do with his wife being sent away? Primrose being sent away? Or, oh, please no, please let this not be Flora. If it turns out Flora is the murderer, I'm going to lose my frickin' marbles. I love Flora. She's my favorite character. Flora, my lady, my love, you better not be the fucking murderer. If you're the murderer, you an asshole. I hate you. Yeah, I think this is Remington. This is Lord Remington, I'm pretty sure.
Do you know who it is in the photo?
Lord Remington.
Gives off kind of a dungeon vibe.
What do people actually use chains for?
Nothing good.
Basements don't normally have windows?
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Are we in a giant egg?
Where are we?
A giant egg? Question mark? Because that's technically here. That's technically what the lake or like what's the house looks like it's in. The house looks like it sits within a giant egg. With all like the smooth kind of cliffs, quote unquote. I think we're in a giant egg, guys. Guys, you ever just build your 3-family home in the middle of a white lake surrounded by eggshells? I think we're in a giant egg, guys. Flora's my fave too. Poppy's my second fave. I love Flora. I love Penelope. And oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? That was such a big yell. 1 second, Bubs. Late night vibes. I have to go check on my cat, and I go check on. I need to look at her while she's on the floor. What's going on, then? The Bubs want to know if you're okay. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming, Blue? Why are you screaming? Are you just sad that you haven't gotten your earbuds today? I know you don't like being close to her, you know. Blue does not like to be held very long. She wants to be free.
It's an empty bookcase.
Something tells me it's been empty for a long time.
A bunch of picture frames, but it's too dark to see the pictures.
It's not too dark. The frames are all empty. There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Unroll it. OMG. Oh, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I freaking thought. Okay. Misted Mansion, North Side cross section. Because the home itself used to belong to the Remingtons, like straight up. The Remingtons built it. And the fellows and the Pointers just married into the family. And also, if they were going to have a subfloor like this, it only makes sense that they added a window because there was no water here. So the water has been a recent development. The rising water has been a recent development. This is the deepest basement, and this is the sub-basement. everything else was like added later. The aviary, bedroom here, library, grand hall, music room. There was a study in the middle of the house, but it's since been locked away, or it's not accessible right now. I knew it. You don't just leave a blank spot in the middle of the room. Okay, so you can either get to the study via Fiona's room or Penelope's room. We have to go find that. Misted Mansion.
Misted Mansion. North side cross section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
Tangle
Not yet.
Tower. Before the towers?
Yep.
Music room. Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
Of
How
course
did
we
we
did.
miss it?
Because it's not, you can't, it was probably cordoned off. It was probably cordoned off when they started adding more rooms to the houses.
That's the room we're in now. It must be. It's not labeled as anything on these plans, though.
I think it already existed when this was made.
So this just used to be a little like hut, and then they built a whole, started to make a whole mansion on top of it.
It's the room above us. The one we were just in.
The laboratory?
Yeah. The Grand Hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
I think it's that big glass tube.
So the glass tube was like an old-timey elevator? Is that what the little really thing is for? Like you're supposed to be able to like roll yourself in?
That's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down than it is now. The library.
It's the aviary. Storage.
Freya's room.
It's Freya's room.
The rooftop garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context.
And then they added everything later.
This seems pretty significant.
Agreed.
Misted Mansion, north side cross section, a roll of parchment on which the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. A horizontal line marks where the lake was before, and a second marks where it is now. Oh, I didn't even see that line. So it swallowed up this part of the house. The mansion has been built on top of a large structure above the lake, supported by pillars. This is scary as fuck. Freya's room is listed as storage, a room labeled studies in the center.
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
The ink dip, the amphibi, the soul bearer. We've seen this before. The silver snake, the soul bearer. That was in Freya's diary. Why were you talking about a magical crab in your journal? Mistids of the Sea and Sky, a children's picture book. It looks very old. The ink dip, an elegant bird with red and white plumage, but it isn't a fairy tale. It was real. The silver snake, an aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. We saw this in Felix's room. This was on a treasure map of his. The soul bearer, a crab with 3 different sized claws, and the amphibi, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. This is like sprawled across this mansion. Yeah, soul bearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Why did you need 4 crabs? What's going on? Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5, eyes blacked out. Freya made her way into the study. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. Oh my god, she's probably... Oh my god, what if she's talking about Primrose? Primrose is away, but what if she's not actually away? It's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. Talking about the bird. Talking about the crab. Talking about the study? Talking about somebody here. Insane.
This room looks old. Like, old.
Uh-huh.
It makes the rest of the house seem relatively modern.
But I think this used to just be a house where people, where the family used to live, and then they just started building. Whether it's because they came into like fortune because of all this science stuff going on here is up to the game to tell us.
This room looks old. Like, old.
Makes the rest of the house seem relatively...
The lake.
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with 1 candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel
Mhm.
like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah. Maybe we're too late.
Oh no. Or what's in it?
This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
He is from one of our clues? Are we sure? This kind of looks like that guy. This one?
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, it makes sense when you know who he is.
Oh,
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird too.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
She looks... That is literally Flora. So... But that still doesn't make sense to me. Or even if it, like, the sense that it's making to me is that... What sense is it making to me? The sense that it's making to me is that Felix went ahead and made a little statue of Lord Remington, Flora's father, made a statue of her, a statue of her bird, and a statue of Freya. So things that she had a positive connection to, question mark, but you still left out your own daughter from that gift? Like, did he just not have time? Or was there, like, Fiona did mention that she finds it hard to connect with Flora. But that's still so weird, and that's so heartless. At least for me. So there could have been some animosity there. It's still so strange.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Me too, bro. Me too. Me too, bro. Me too.
Whoa. It's dark all of a sudden.
It's called nighttime, girlie.
How long were we down there?
Real, how long were we down there? Is everyone asleep?
The family tree. I can just about still make it out.
The ink dip has been here. The soul bearer. the silver snake and the amphibian? The amphibian. The quote-unquote fantasy creatures are all here. That's so weird.
Pretty. 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 Lord Remington.
He sounds important.
What am I looking at? What am I looking for?
Freya Fellow.
The murder victim.
She's barely related to the main family at all.
Flora Remington.
We met her. She's one of the suspects.
Richard Remington.
The one and only.
What am I looking for, guys? What am I looking for?
Pretty.
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Oh. Okay, I feel like this is kind of a cop-out because I was looking at this thing since the beginning. But you know what? It's still made for a wonderful story.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
I don't think there's anything else I can really look at here. Yeah. The hidden heart. Ooh, why they describe it like that? That's so cool. A secret. Find your way into the secret room. Are there playthroughs in which you can't find this? That's strange. Okay, someone was hella into taxidermy as well. Someone keeps like breaking this stuff. Who keeps breaking this stuff? I have no freaking idea.
You know, in any normal room, this thing would be my main concern. In here, though, it barely makes the top 3.
True. There's a giant sea creature stuffed in here. Okay, so maybe the Remingtons have been like hunting and selling and stuffing cryptids. Or maybe like Felix had a hand in it as well. Like there's just so many, there seems like to be such like an emphasis on like taxidermy.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
Worm? Worm.
Centipede? Millipede? How many legs has it got?
Too many.
So many.
Some kind of fish and a bird skull, I guess?
If that's a bird skull, we're talking about a 15-foot bird here.
Well, how about we stop talking about it?
15-foot bird? But you know what? It wouldn't be weird because we're sitting in a big egg.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also,
Ooh.
crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
It's a soul bearer.
You sure we should be touching it?
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
The limbs of the creature can be rotated and the claws can be opened or closed. Sorry, I'll never do that again until I do. Oh my god, let's make him do the YMCA. Does it look familiar?
I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need to guess.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file. This crab really reminds me of something.
That little wooden toy we found?
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us. I think I've seen it more recently.
More recently in our case file? Oh my god. Is it... I don't get that. Is it supposed to be mimicking Freya? No. I don't know why they would directly mention the case file. If you look at like this.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton.
Also, crabs normally...
Let's look around some more. Let's see what's going on
Those
here.
aren't bird cages.
Didn't we see a picture of the crab in the children's book? We did. I'm gonna see if I position it like the children's book, if it will do anything. I just don't know why they would directly reference the case study. Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing?
They could be waddling around here.
Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Ooh. Oh my god, it's Flora? No, it's Poppy? This looks like Poppy. Everybody else could have been the other Remingtons. Lord Remington? Poppy? Actually, wait. Poppy, a young Penelope? I don't think Percival was any of these. Hi, Nettie. Hello. The ambassadors of Misted Mansion. Thanks for getting a daily star. Thank you. I'm trying to think of who these could possibly be in relation to Poppy. Unless this isn't Poppy and this is like her mom. Nope. Wait, never mind. Yeah, this has to be Poppy.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Yes. I need the photo. I need to see what it said.
Who are all the...
Not sure. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
A photograph in a sturdy wooden frame. It's dusty and looks several years old. A brass plaque at the base of the frame reads, "The Ambassadors of Misted Mansion." The photo shows 2 women and 3 men, wearing a variety of different styles of clothing. All 5 people have their faces crudely covered in black ink. Okay, I have a feeling that these could be the pointers. Slash maybe like a fellow or 2. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Who are
Not sure. Eyes have all been crossed out.
This can't be... This can't be Penny, can it? She's too short. Could have been her mom, maybe.
Nice chair.
It's still warm.
Maybe it's just heat from the incinerator.
Maybe. Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Several pages have been ripped out by but a certain few remain. Fifth ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed, no matter the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom. Nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in. She was careful. Nothing was moved, but I know it's time.
Oh my god.
Someone has been slowly but surely killing off some of the other members of the family. Fifth ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed. No better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works. Perhaps too well. So there's something in the music room, or something was being done in the music room. And then this individual found out about Freya. Frick.
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle, mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
Crazy.
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes, but yeah, there's something.
And this is the wall that faces towards Penelope's room. That's why it was really warm. Oh! OMG. Someone tried to burn the feather! And the red scraps. Hawkshaw? Felix? Who else wore red? Red with black buttons. That's insane. Where it remains, not much than a pile of dust and ash. Among the ashes are several black buttons. Red colored straps of fabric are still visible. Hawkshaw? Interesting. Flip. I find it strange that we're not taking anything with us. Oh, there we go. That's so weird.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Hawkshaw. OMG. A large central sheet of paper has been pinned to it. 4 lines have been drawn from a gap in the center. A smaller sheet underneath features a drawing resembling the silhouette of a cloaked figure. Why? Why does Percival have a fucking pinboard of Pointer? Of Hawkshaw? What the fuck? Okay. 1, 2, 3. This obviously goes on the corkboard.
Someone's been using this room.
Do those look like scratch marks to you?
Yeah. They're on the inside.
The inside. Ooh.
A wooden stool. Crumpled up paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank. That's how we got in. It leads down into the Great Hall.
Doesn't look like there's any other way to get in or out.
Interesting. We should maybe take a walk around the building to see if there's any kind of tool that looks like this in anybody's room.
I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays, it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
I'm just saying. We got this little scribble note for Hawkshaw, but that means someone tore this off and ran away with it, because this was in Freya's room. What could possibly go up there? Pinboard. 1, 2, 3. I don't know what else would go there. Is it a sheet of paper? The painting?
That doesn't seem right.
Exactly.
We need something that could attach to the pinboard.
That will attach to the pinboard.
That's not right. Something that's been taped at the top.
Ooh. Oh, that's what the little pointers are for.
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting.
Her hair!
But it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else. Someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
Someone with Oh. Could it be? Could it be Felix? Could it be this dude? They did mention someone with less of a artistic kind of prowess.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Nope.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
It would have been, let me see. The other estranged persons of the tower. Pandora, who is Percival's sister. Pandora. But there's also Primrose. Primrose could have also been somebody. There's Richard. There's Flint. And okay, Richard could have been one of the people. Flint could have been another of the men in the photo. Poppy is present in the photo somehow. But then there's a question as to if the other lady in the photo is either Pandora or Primrose. I have reason to believe that it's Pandora because Penelope also has red hair.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
Pandora, Flint,
That's weird.
Oh, you
Richard,
think
No, I mean, something I just
and
realized.
I have no idea who the
Sally,
last guy would
Did
be.
we meet any of these people?
Interesting, interesting. Let me take a look at the children's book real quick. Okay, the crab is poised like a little, like, hi-ya, and like, with a little hand right there.
Is that
It's got
also crab?
He's like, hi-ya. I think he's raised up a little bit. No, go back down, like here. And then here.
Perfect.
There we go. Oh. Why is the third weapon hidden over here?
What's this?
something somebody didn't want us to find.
Crossbow. Ooh. With a little really? With a little really part? With a little really part.
What is it?
It's a girl. Have you never seen a fucking crossbow in your life? What's going on? You an inner city kid? What's going on?
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
Mm-hmm. We found them already. We have the little really bit. This part. Oh, someone sniped the fuck out of Freya. Someone sniped her from the fucking attic. What? 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 Oh. Someone
What do you
sniped the
make of
fuck
it?
out of Freya.
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no,
What?
the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon.
That's what I
But
thought.
that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
Yeah, who the fuck had a fucking crossbow? The murder. Guys, I don't know if I continue. Do I continue? My biggest fear is that we stop the game right here, and then when I go live again, there will only be like 30 minutes. 30 minutes of the game. Do I push through or do we stop? Oh dang. Should we just push through? Fuck it, we ball. I don't have to wake up tomorrow. Me personally. I might just go for it. Would you, Continue. Okay. Okay.
Time to solve this.
Okay. A big part of me fears that it's Felix. And not just because, like, I care for Felix, but because there's just something about, like, a man down on his luck, delusional type person who goes through all these extremes to take out a member of the family. That's crazy to me. I have to be up in 6 hours, but who cares? I'm hooked. B-Man, please. Push through. Oh my god. The VOD will be up anyways. Please don't push yourselves if you don't have to. Machinations of murder.
All right. Break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon.
Yes.
I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
Mm-hmm. It was cleaned, then it was hidden. I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
The attic. From above Freya.
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Yep.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up. Would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
She's so cracked.
Right.
Unless Freya was already lying on her back. Freya was never hit by the arrow. The arrow was fired diagonally. The fuck? Diagonally? Freya was already laying on her back?
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
She'd fallen unconscious. She'd already been killed. She was relaxing. How could she have fallen unconscious? Or how could she have already been killed? What's going on? Where are you? Where's this cat? What's going on? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Blue's hooked too.
She'd already been killed.
You think so?
Maybe not.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
She was relaxing?
She was relaxing.
You think so?
Maybe not.
Freya was already lying on her back.
How could she
before
already been
the arrow was
killed? What the
fired.
fuck?
I think so too.
Insane.
She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Paint fumes. The gramophone. The gramophone?
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
It was the music being played. The gramophone emits poison gas. There was something in the gramophone?
There was something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
Hi, Nelly. Hi, Nelly, my beloved. How are you? How are you, Nelly? Everybody get up. Everyone brush yourselves off. It's Nelly. Nelly Game Lunches in the chat. Hi. Something small. Oh my god. Okay. A pipe bomb. Something small. Something small. Something small. Something small?
That's not it.
Okay. Thanks for being very upfront. Thank you. Something small. Something was already in there that made her fall unconscious.
That's not it.
Okay.
That's not it.
Just go through every one of my things.
That's not it.
I still think this is genius, this being Haksha at all. Were there 2 colors? I have no idea. Doing good, just spent 2 hours playing Hollow Knight. Oh, Nelly, you have to. Nelly, please, we have to sit in a VC sometime and let me watch you play Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is my favorite game of all time. I love that freaking bug game. That's where my wife is. I miss my wife. Bretta. What the fuck was in this thing? I'm just gonna go down the line, really. Something was in there already.
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
I don't see the sense in all of this. And I can't go back. What was hiding in the gramophone?
That's not it. That's not it.
What was hiding in the gramophone, loser? What the fuck?
That's not it. That's not it.
What the fuck was hiding in the gramophone?
That's not it.
I know it's not it. What the fuck was hiding in there?
That's not it.
What?
That's not it.
Guys, what the fuck was hiding in the gramophone?
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it.
That was not hiding in the gramophone. I'm down. I had a 40-hour save that I lost, but we starting anew. Name a time and a place, and I'm gonna be in that Discord call. Name a time and a place.
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The horn it's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone. That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
Shit! Real thingy, perhaps. OMG, the beetle was in the gramophone. The beetle was in the gramophone! Oh my god. Kind of pissed off. So you're telling me... So you're telling me the beetle that was possibly kidnapped by Freya climbed into the gramophone and was made to feel threatened, and it shrieked so loud that it knocked Flora and Freya the fuck out, leaving enough time for the assailant in the attic to shoot a arrow down into Freya's chest and then pull it back up through the floorboards. We are either dealing with Penelope or Felix. This is way too dramatic. This is way too dramatic. I'm just here for the telenovela. What's going on? What was affected by the powerful frequency? What was affected by the powerful frequency? Freya's paints. Oh, it cracks glass. F it, stink bug. Stink bug.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration. Enough to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected themselves with the fucking earmuffs.
How?
With the fucking earmuffs. What? What? Oh my god. Who knows about these earmuffs? Poppy, Fitz, and... Poppy, Fitz, Percival, and who else? Everybody, but no, that's not fair. Everybody knows about Fitz earmuffs. That's crazy. Someone used Fitz's earmuffs.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that particular moment? Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
Not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
Ooh.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it. There's something bothering me.
Girl, what's bothering you? Because many things are bothering me. It's so Penelope, I'm calling it. Holy 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was supposed to say happy birthday. But sure. Holy time of 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Oh my god, okay. Where the fuck does Flora sleep? Flora's tower. I hate this. This right here, I hate it. What are we looking for?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Freya was unable to finish painting as she died sometime during the process. Flora appears to be wielding a quote-unquote knife. The red substance on the tip was discovered to be blood. Freya added the blood to the painting herself. Her red paint was swapped out with blood. Flora is not holding a knife. She's holding a red and white ink-tipped bird. I hear the frickin' beetle in this room. What am I looking for? I hear it. I'm gonna go crazy. Maybe that's what knocked Freya out. It was craziness. She went crazy.
It's dark.
It's pumpkin dark.
It's dark.
The plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
Oh! OMG. Laura had the one plant that this bird likes on her windowsill. Maybe in the hopes that it would come back? Penny says the book is outdated as this bird has been extinct for a number of years. Maybe I have to go into the book. The book.
The plant. It's in the
What?
book. Look.
Oh god. I don't know where to take that then, girlie. What do I do then?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
There it is. There it fucking is. Girl, please let me advance to the next thingy. Please. Please. I'm over it. Please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, please.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Did you leave us a clue? Are these formed in a specific way? Hmm. Ooh. The missing clue.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room.
And they threw it into the.
Where'd it go?
They threw it into the. They threw it into the fucking incinerator. We found it somewhere else. We never found it. We found it in Flora's tower. We found it somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
We found it in the motherfucking incinerator. We found it in the
We're a little
incinerator.
too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how?
Homegirl
How was
never
it
used the
stolen
yellow
from up here in
belly,
Flora's
please.
tower?
Focus up.
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they...
Oh.
The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the gramophone. It's inside Flora's egg. It's in the unfinished painting.
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it, and then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
We know more about the painting than what can't. Okay. We know more about the painting than what Freya got down on the painting. How did Freya show us her intentions for the painting? How did Freya show us her intentions for the painting?
That's not it.
How did she show us her intentions? It's getting late. I can feel my brains stop working. Intentions for the painting. Intentions for the painting. Intentions for the painting. How did Freya show us her intentions for the painting? Baby girl, how? Baby girl is...
That's not it.
Fuck.
That's not it. That's not it.
How did she show us her intentions for the painting?
That's not it.
Fuck out of here, bro. How did Freya show us her intentions for the painting?
That's not it.
Damn.
That's not it. That's not it.
Not even her secret diary? Okay. Okay. How did she choose her intentions for the painting? I don't know, girl. How did you?
That's not it.
Fuck my life. Palette made with the colors?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Blood on the paintbrush was a mistake by Freya because wait, blood was going to paint. Blood on the paintbrush was going to be used to paint. Blood on the brush isn't actually paint because no. Blood on the brush isn't actually paint. No. Fuck. Blood on the brush. Brown and gray. The black paint. Was going to be used. Brown and gray paint. No. The black paint was going to be used. It doesn't allow me to... It was going to be used to paint. Oh, fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Brown and gray. Brown and gray. Blood. Brown and gray. Green! Girl, what the fuck is the green? The yellow paint. What? I'm gonna throw up. Black paint. Brown and gray. Black paint. These girlies never seen the color green in their life. There's definitely something to do with this. There's something behind Flora. There could definitely be something behind her. That little spot there. This sketch, the potted plant. The blood was added by the murderer. The blood dripped onto the canvas from
The blood dripped onto the canvas from the ink dip feather dropped by the ink dip bird. Nope.
yeah, no. Ooh, it's all wrong. My bad. My bad, y'all. The sketch? Yeah, the sketch. Yeah, one of the plants. I've been saying this forever. The plants is somehow... This other plant that was on the windowsill has been missing. Brown and gray paint was going to be used to paint this sketch.
Brown and gray paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
I knew
Almost.
it!
Maybe just change one thing.
Black paint?
The black paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just...
The paintbrush handle. What's going on, Blue? He was like, hurry up and get off the computer, you idiot. I think it's the yellow paint on the sketch because yellow looks like it wasn't used. True. Blink.
The yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, I hate that. Why are you here, Tabitha? Why are you here? What's going on, Tabitha? What's going on? Aren't you a little far from home right now?
There she is. Our little thief.
Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
Eat it quickly.
She did,
Oh.
but she's a very good listener.
Oh my god. Hawkshaw, you motherfucking freak.
Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Oh.
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind.
We all knew. We all knew. We all knew. We all knew. Guess what? We all knew. We've been known. We were like, oh my god. Oh my god, Penny.
But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Oh my god. What the fuck? Tie her hands? We got rope.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Justice for Freya? I just need to know the truth. Honestly, girl. Honestly, girl. I just want to know the truth. I just need to know the truth.
I just need to know the truth.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
She's a murderer. She's a mystery. She's lonely. Girl, sus? Someone start shaking among ass. Guys, someone start shaking among ass. If I wasn't so tired, I'd be expressing myself right now. So you're telling me that Hawkshaw was in and of itself hidden in plain sight. I should have known. I should have known she was weird. She had a bird name. I kept saying Hackshaw. It's Hawkshaw. And this motherfucker's crazy. But you know what I hate? How the fuck did you quick change so fast? How the fuck did you quick change so fast? And is this truly Penelope? The fuck? What do we have about you? She's lonely. She's a mystery. She's a murderer. She's lonely.
Suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy, not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. Did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other 2 Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them.
Oh.
I had no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. perhaps it could be my purpose too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The attic, the study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night.
Ooh.
Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
Did this motherfucker incinerate the real Hackshaw? Did this girl incinerate the real Hawkshaw? I'm asking the general public. And has been like cosplaying her the past couple of days. Or I just have a feeling someone went into that furnace. Someone went into that incinerator. Then I looked inside.
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Misted? Sure, yeah.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids. Like cryptids. Like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
Something Penny found in the study that answered her questions. What is it, Bub? 1 second, Bubs. I gotta let Blue out again. Ugh. And here I thought I was gonna go to bed early.
Oh my god, my body.
I'm scared to say. We found something that answered her questions.
That's not it.
That's not right.
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of a misted mansion.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of misted mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here.
Okay,
Most of them had left tracking escaped mystics. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5 completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Especially them, girly.
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up, but instead, I made a decision.
A lowly etymologist.
There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
He found the golden beetle.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure, but I theorized that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen.
Hi, Griffin. Good night. Thanks for popping in.
He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in. Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Girly, because she felt like it? I don't know. The will of Freya Fellow. Guys, I want to go to bed so bad, but I don't want it to be a 5-minute stream. Okay, here's what. Also, thank you for getting your daily star, Marzo. Thank you for giving me strength. This is okay. So maybe, just maybe, Girly Pop Boo didn't incinerate. Maybe she didn't incinerate Haksha or Hawkshaw. But maybe she did. But maybe she didn't. I believe in you. Thank you, Fig. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Because here's my thought. I don't know. I'm of the belief that she told Percival that the beetle was stolen, which motivates him to call a private investigator. The investigator comes, but gets too close to maybe what Penny was planning. And she's also allowed to go into this study, but then Penny incinerates her and then takes on her guise. But like, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if she incinerated a whole person. She's crazy, but not that crazy.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yeah.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us.
Oh no.
She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona. The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower
was because of Fiona. I remember that.
She could not get Fiona to agree to come with her.
I remember
We're
that.
now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance.
I remember that.
That was her plan anyway, but something happened. Before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Oh my god.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, Something supernatural.
Something dreamy.
I believe it made things marginally less painful for them initially. Worked on you, too.
Yeah, for
So why are
for
you
2
still here?
minutes.
Why not take your first chance and leave?
Ah, well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside
Yes,
the
it's been
gramophone.
screaming this whole time. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Shut up. Insane, actually.
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
Girl, y'all
You
got
were both
owned.
unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Y'all got
Really?
dunked on, like
You're both
hardcore.
fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I
Mhm.
guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz
Oh.
did not want to believe us because he liked Penny a lot.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard
Unfortunately.
something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she didn't.
I apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She
Oh.
took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Oh my
Poppy?
god.
What are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
She eats
No,
it.
I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again.
No, stop.
I think that's what she would have
What
wanted.
if the bird swoops in and takes it? Shut the fuck up. Aww. I loved that. If that stupid ass, fuck ass, loser ass, yellow bird swoops in and takes this fucking golden beetle up off the ground and brings it to that red-headed loser, I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles. But that was such a good game. Oh my god, especially in the end. Choked, gagged. This game really ate me up. I was obsessed. Clinging on to every clue we could get our little hands on. That was a really good game. All that and the murderer gets away. Hey, there's gonna be a second game. There's going to be a second game, so hey. It'll probably expand more. Bye, little guy. Hopefully he doesn't get snatched out of the air by a yellow fucking asshole. Complete the game? Yeah! Insane. Very much insane. That was such an amazing game. It really was. And you know what? I like how the game did a really good job of making you suspect multiple people, because I think it did a really good job of setting up such a complicated family. Can we all say Nathy was right from the start, lol, and knew it was Penelope from the first stream? Nathy was really good at sussing out that it was Penelope. Penelope was way too avant-garde to not be the murderer. Because I think they did a really good at showing you how foppish and like lavish Penelope Pointer was. And then the contrast of Hawkshaw, but also like her name. That's another thing. I should have like known from the very beginning and not just like written it off as like a red herring thing. She's even dressed in red. Insane. Her name is Hawkshaw and dressed in red. Red herring. I'm still stuck on the fact that there was so much ash in the incinerator. So I feel like I'm confused in if they actually called the private investigator in and then Penelope somehow pushed or got her into the incinerator and killed another person. I'm not too sure about that front, but that was insane. I'm a little, well, I have to now be up in 5 hours, so probably should go to bed. Good night, B-Man. Thank you for being here. You've been up since 2001? Oh, okay. Damn. You've never slept since then? You haven't slept in 23 years? That's kind of fucking crazy. My man has not slept in 23 years. Give him a medal, but also go to bed. Go take care of yourself. No, I think it was, I think that was a really cool, twist to put on the game. Having it be the very, I want to say like elegant slash husband crazy, cousin to have done it. No, not what I said, lol. I haven't been up since 2001. Damn. I'm just gonna keep saying that you haven't been asleep in 23 years. I thought your phone auto-corrected and was like, you have been up since 12. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I really like that friend. I really believed that Fifi had a hand in the murder of Freya, only because there was like emphasis on the fact that like Freya wanted to leave so badly, but Fiona was still so caught up in being like sheltered and feeling safe and feeling like her genius was used best like in Tangle Tower than compared to the outside world. And kind of being stunted, I feel like turns a lot of people away from you and into people who like share more of your like wants. So I thought it was like a whole jealous friendship thing where Freya was becoming more involved with like Poppy and stuff, or like more inclined to hang out with Poppy because Fifi didn't share the same kind of like ambition. And then I was just like, oh my god, what if it's freaking who else did I think it was? I think near the end I started to think it was like Penelope, Poppy, or like Fiona. Like it was the trifecta of the women in the family that had done it. So Penelope was definitely on my list, but I thought it was like Fifi or Poppy for a little bit. I must sleep now. Have a good rest of stream. Thank you, Data. Have a good sleep. Night night. But yeah. What else? Yeah, I just think it was a wonderful game. Really and truly. I thought it was wonderful. I can't think of anything else to really talk about it right now. So I'll probably end stream here then. Thank you guys so much for staying around, especially so late into the evening. I'll probably be live tomorrow, and I'll probably like go over more notes and other things I had to say about the game. Because equally so, I feel like as much as I really love the game, I have a couple things to say about it. It may be like a little hard to discuss them, not because they're bad or anything, but because I think I'm already like self-assessing my comments on it. I think a lot of it has to do with like how I feel about its mystery problem solving part, and like maybe how like game mechanics worked in the game. But all in all, it was a wonderful game, and I can't wait to play the second game. I hope it's freaking fantastic. Really quickly, art gallery. Oh, look at the little people. Look at the little people. Oh, you get to see all their concept art. OMG, I'm gonna look at all this myself. But anyways, have a good evening, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Here, I'll send you guys a lot of arts real quick. Good night.